Hi Pisces, welcome or welcome back to my channel. We are doing your weekly message, sorry, not your weekly messages, we're doing your monthly love reading for May. First card you got is Happy Happy. And this card is about how this could be a time in the relationship where things are just going well and you are genuinely happy. I am a little bit confused because we have these other cards, but we'll see what the tarot has to say. But with the Happy Happy, it's basically just saying exactly that, like it's going to be just a nice, carefree, enjoyable time with you and your person in May. Then we have the full moon in Sagittarius, and it says, look at the bigger picture. And this card is about maybe that you've been fretting too much about the details, and you need to actually step back and look at the positives of the situation. And you need to just, it's okay to take risks sometimes. It is just about you needing to look at what is the purpose of the situation and look at the bigger picture of it rather than every single little detail. And then we have the Groundhog Spirit, and it says time to let go. And this card is about how, sometimes the endings are just a natural part of life, and you do need to just let go of something that once served you, and you need to practice detachment and let go of that thing or person in your life. So for you, I'm feeling like it could be just like your own ways of being in a relationship or your own ways of thinking because of this, but we'll have to see what the tarot says as well, unless this might be someone that you're actually having to let go of and practice detachment and say thank you and farewell. So that something else can come in, because the Groundhog Spirit does also talk about how when things do die, there's always a rebirth, and that rebirth is always exactly what is meant for you. So let's see, what does the tarot have to say for Pisces for their love life? So what is the situation? The Devil. Okay. And then how do they view you? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. How do they feel about you? We have the Five of Wands. Okay, and then how do you view them? We have the Two of Swords. How do you feel about them? High Priestess, that's your energy. Okay, what are the obstacles? Two of Cups. What is their next actions? We have the Six of Cups in the reverse. And what is the outcome? Three of Cups. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. So you could be going through a phase in this relationship where either you or them or both of you are being very guarded at the moment. You're not ready to kind of like let down your walls in some way, or you aren't doing that, and this is maybe what's needed is basically it's saying like if you're tired, if you feel like you can't do this or something like that, it's saying that you're nearly at the 10, so just keep going, because you will get to where you need to be, whether that is letting go of this relationship altogether and actually detaching from it, or whether that and getting something new and happy for you, like, something extremely happy, something that will make you extremely happy, or whether that is letting go of your guard, or putting your guard up in some way, or being protective over yourself, and letting go of that so that this relationship can actually flourish. So before we get into these, I just want to get some clarifiers with each of them. So let's see. What is the Devil? We have the Sun. I don't know. That's probably in reverse. If it's even just slightly past the 180 mark, then I always take it in reverse. Okay, so that also, the Moon in reverse. Okay, what is the Five of Wands? We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. What's the Two of Swords? We have the Four of Cups. What is the High Priestess? The Hierophant, which is kind of like the divine masculine of the High Priestess, which is intense. Okay, a very spiritual connection. What's the Two of Cups? Ten of Cups. What is the Six of Cups in the reverse? I feel like that's upright. Three of Cups, which is there. And then what is the Three of Cups here? The Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. So yeah, there could be some sort of past hurt here, either between the two of you together or like each of you separately, and that's maybe why the guard is up in some way, because you're worried about a cycle repeating itself and you're not able to let go of any sort of past hurt that was there in your life beforehand. So in this situation, we have the Devil and we have the Sun in reverse, clarifying that. So the Devil's Capricorn energy, the Sun is Leo energy. This is about you guys needing to break free of any sort of negative thinking towards the relationship. If you guys haven't been communicating with each other, it's time to communicate openly about what, you know, you guys feel that if there's anything unhealthy with this relationship, bring it to the surface so that it can actually be it can be resolved in some way, that you guys can get out of this cycle and break free from the cycle. There could be some sort of like codependency issues here, or issues to do with like people being childish, or there could be even some attachments for like maybe the person that you're with, or you might have children and there's some sort of unhealthy attachments with maybe like the mother or father of the child in some way. But either way, there is something that needs to be broken free of, some sort of cycle that needs to be released. Addictions, obsessions, anything like that. And then we have the way that they view you is the Wheel with the Moon in the reverse. So they do see you as someone who is extremely lucky and someone who just seems to kind of like, you know, things just work out for you. They do also see you as someone who is a very spiritual connection, someone who maybe hides their what they actually want and hides their desires in some way. They do also see you as fearless and like very open as a person, but they could also see you as someone who's maybe changing in some way in this relationship. But yeah, they do feel like it's meant to be with you, and I feel like they make that known as well. Then with how they view you, how they feel about you, we have the Five of Wands and we have the Knight of Cups. So they could feel a little bit conflicted with how they feel about you at this time. They could feel like they're constantly fighting for this relationship, or that there's constant arguments between the two of you, or disagreements that they're trying to see is it worth it right now? Because right now they're feeling like maybe this offer with you is not as great as what they once thought it was, because it's like there's less love and more conflict at the moment anyway with the energies of May. They could also, and I'm going to be honest, Pisces, they could also see you as someone who's a little bit manipulative, and that you fight to get what you want, to have your way in some way. And then we have the Two of Swords and the Four of Cups as how you view them. So you view them as someone who is basically like someone that you feel a little bit like the relationship is stuck. You could be also trying to decide if this is something that you actually want, because maybe they could be like showing you all the love and attention and that type of thing, and you're kind of like, oh, I don't know if I'm feeling it, like that type of thing, and you don't really want to let it go because you don't know if it's not like you're not feeling it, but you don't know if you are either. You're just a little bit confused at this time, and you're trying to make a decision here of whether or not you want to be in this relationship or not. This could also be the energies, you know, if it's reversed, take it how it resonates. It could be that you feel that way about them, like they don't know what they want, or they're feeling stuck in the relationship and they don't really, like, you're giving them all the cuddles and the affection and all of that stuff, and they're like, you know, you don't feel like you're receiving that back in some way. But this is just a phase of just feeling a little bit dissatisfied with where the relationship is at and trying to make a decision and not knowing which, you know, if you should stay or if you should go. Then with how you feel about them, so with the High Priestess and the Hierophant clarifying that you do feel, you know, highly connected to them. You feel like this is an extremely spiritual connection, but you also feel like maybe things are like not being seen at surface value here. You might be holding back in some way, or you feel like they aren't telling you the truth. But you do also see them as someone that you could commit to, but that you need to like do things in a more traditional way and kind of like just feel things. Like you need, instead of like actually acting on things, you feeling like you just need to like have some time to be able to feel what it is that you want going forward. But I do feel like you want commitment, but you're just kind of unsure if this is the person that you should be committing to right now. You're just trying to like go within and listen to your intuition, and maybe something's going to come to you in your dreams as to what you need to do. But again, like I said, with the High Priestess and the Hierophant, this is like kind of like the Empress and the Emperor, but more the spiritual couple in some way. Then with the challenges or obstacles, we have the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups. And these are both extremely lovely cards. But when they're in the challenge position or an obstacle position, it could mean that there are issues trying to balance out the connection at the moment. Maybe mutual feelings is not something that's happening here. Maybe like one person is like the relationship is a little bit one-sided in some way. Just in May, energies can change, so just keep that in mind. And these are just the energies for May, but that could be the obstacle. Maybe you guys are like trying to work on a shared goal here, and like one of you are putting in more effort than the other. I do feel like commitment and happiness together is a bit of a challenge in May, and both of you being happy could be what's causing an issue. Like you both aren't on the same page of being happy in some way, and maybe that's why you need to look at the bigger picture. So their next actions towards you with the Six of Cups in the reverse and the Three of Cups, you guys could have been like friends before you were together, and they could be reminiscing about like all the good times in the past that they had with you, but they're feeling like they're not going to get back to that point with you. Like they're very stressed and worried about it. They could be feeling like very pessimistic, maybe acting a little bit childish at the moment. Or it could also be that maybe they are like dabbling like with an old connection with an ex of some sort. Maybe that's the unhealthy attachment that needs to be let go of. But whatever it is, their next action towards you is that they are going to like hold on to issues from the past in some way, and maybe they're not being extremely like, they do want to like support you and have a good time with you, but like they're very much like focused on past energies here of like issues that happened either between the two of you or between you and someone else in the past, or them and someone else, and maybe that's something that they need to let go of. And then we have the outcome as the Three of Cups and the Eight of Wands here. So I do feel like the outcome is going to be that there could be communication surrounding some sort of like at some sort of event here, or maybe they're wanting to, the outcome is that you guys are going to support each other, or maybe possibly just be friends, and that's going to be communicated that you guys just want to be friends in some way. Or it could be like an actual third party situation here, and that's going to be, you know, that's going to be known in some way. But whatever the outcome here is with the Eight of Wands being here, it's going to happen extremely quickly. But also it is going to be something that is the best thing for you, because then things are going to like, I feel like whatever has, if this is a connection that needs to be let go of, this needed to happen so that something else can come in extremely quickly. It's like this was the ending of this needed to happen so that this could come in some way. So let's get some advice for you then, Pisces. So what does Pisces need to know? Okay. So we have the moon, there's your energy again. Also with the high priest, this is your energy. We have the 8 of Pentacles and we have the Empress. Okay, so this is basically saying that don't let any sort of illusions fool you. Like, read between the lines of things. If you feel like something's hidden, trust your intuition with that. And then also don't lead from a place of fear, more lead from a place of like healthy detachment, but also with love, with the Empress. This is about needing to work on something. You might need to focus on working on this relationship, or even just working on yourself at this time. Maybe you might need to master a new skill when it comes to love or relationships in some way. And then also this is about, the Empress is about not chasing anyone, just being in your feminine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. You know, we each have masculine and feminine within us, so it basically, you need to get into your feminine energy and be in that like gracefully receiving mode, instead of like chasing and trying to force things to happen or taking action on anything. It's also coming from a very loving place and being connected with, you know, nature, and nurturing yourself at this time and nurturing others as well. So let's get some romance angels for Pisces, please, for May. What do they need to know about their love life? Okay, so we have express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And then we have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So there's definitely there's definitely something that you need to free yourself from, whether, like I said again, whether that is this person or whether that is your way of being in a relationship. Something needs to be let go of, and it is definitely some sort of negativity here that needs to be let go of. You need to like get into a place of being able to communicate, and you know, that type of energy. And then with the express your love, so you do need to express about what it is that you actually want. Maybe make that Knight of Cups turn in the upright, that you can actually express what's on your, like communicate what is in your heart. And you might need to just have some sort of communication surrounding that. Maybe they don't really know how you feel. And worst case scenario, if they don't accept what you've expressed, then at least you know, okay, cool, then it's time to detach from that and let that go, and let me go find my happiness with someone else or by myself. So let's see, what does Pisces person want to say to them? We have, I can't stop thinking about you. What else? We have, I couldn't let you get close to me. And then we have, I feel you even though we are apart. So Pisces, I hope that resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I will see you guys again next week for your weekly readings, or next month for your love reading. Take care.